All right, the digestive system. All right, so knowing that, thinking back to that, as humans, we are consumers. That means we must eat or consume food in order to get nutrients to nourish our body so that our cells can do their job, they have energy to do work. And especially as kids, your body is always working because you're always growing. New cells are being developed, and you're growing and using that energy not only when you play or learn, but just as you're sitting here watching this video, you're growing, so your cells are doing work. So food provides us with the fuel, kind of think of it like gas in a car, that we need to live. But how does this work? The food we eat is broken down by the digestive system to provide you energy and the materials to produce new cells. The digestive system is made up of several parts that all work together to do this. So I want you to think. Even though cells are microscopic, tiny, and multi-cell organisms like us have trillions of cells. And it's not like if the cells in my foot need energy to do their job and grow or heal or anything like that, I stick a cheeseburger on my toes. I eat the cheeseburger, but how does that nutrients and the food I eat get to the cells in the body? So first we got to get there and we have to break it down. So we're going to look at each piece of the digestive system and look at its job. So the first part, when we eat, we put our food in our mouth and we drink through our mouth. So that's the first part of where digestive means to break down, where food breaks down. So we got to know that to get it to our cells, it's got to get in really small pieces. So first, your food is broken down mechanically by chewing, and saliva is added as a lubricant. Not only is it a lubricant so that you can swallow and it moves down through your esophagus and into your stomach and then all the other parts of the digestive system. Think about when you suck on a sucker or a piece of hard candy or even just leave bread or chips in your mouth. It starts to dissolve and break down. Saliva also works on breaking down the foods that we eat. Next, after we eat and the food moves from our mouth, it goes down our esophagus. And then the esophagus is pretty much a passageway between the mouth and the stomach. Now, the esophagus goes on into the stomach, but the trachea goes to the lungs. So don't forget about that with the respiratory system. Your air passageway is your trachea, but esophagus moves those solids and liquids into your stomach to break down to nourish the cells in your body. After it leads to the esophagus, you have your stomach. So enzymes for digestion of proteins are the meat you eat, begins and food is reduced to liquid form. So your stomach acid and everything starts breaking down and it's turning all those solids into liquids. If you really think about it, think of any time you've gotten sick and you've thrown up, it's predominantly liquid. If you had chunks, it hadn't gone through a lot of that digestive process yet. The pancreas has important roles as both an endocrine, so that's actually where waste is removed, like pee and poop, and exocrine organ. It provides a potent mixture of digestive enzymes to the small intestine, which are critical for digestion of fats, carbohydrates, and protein. So protein starts to be broken down in the stomach, but the pancreas releases those digestive enzymes and mixture of just nastiness into the small intestine so it can digest the fats and carbohydrates. Fats are like good fats are like dairy, like cheeses and milks. Carbohydrates are like breads and pastas. And then again, proteins are like your meat. So these are the different things that your body needs in order to have energy, and they go to the cells in your body. Not everything you eat your body uses, and that's why we have waste. So this digestion to get out and break down to get those fats, carbohydrates, and proteins, the mixture that is made is that it comes from the pancreas. The liver is the center of metabolic activity in the body. Its major role in the digestive process is to provide bile salts to the small intestine, which are crucial for digestion and absorption of fats. So bile is secreted from the liver into that small intestine. The small intestine is where most of digestion takes part. Digestion means to break down, but absorption is how what you eat, the good part, those fats and carbohydrates and proteins, all that good stuff, the nutrients that your body needs, it's absorbed into the bloodstream to go to your cells. Remember, that's a connection to that circulatory system. It is connected. It is the roadway. Those vessels, those in your blood is how it's going to get to your cells. When it says absorptions, it's taking that nutrients and it's being absorbed into your blood so that it can move to the cells in your body. The large intestine is where water is absorbed and your body takes the excess and forms it into waste. So water is absorbed. Our body is mostly water. If you get dehydrated, you do not have enough water in your body, so your cells need water in order to have energy and be healthy. Waste is pretty much meaning all the liquids and solids that your body does not need and that is harmful. That is why you must pee and poop. Then your small intestine is the most exciting place because this is where all the digestive and breakdowns really happens. This is where the final stages of digestion occur and where almost all nutrients are absorbed. So in that small intestine is where all of it is absorbed to go into your bloodstream and get to the cells in your body. So that's how if I ate a cheeseburger, it will get all the way to every cell in my body. The small intestine absorbs the nutrients that it is needed. So looking at here, see if you can match up these definitions to the vocabulary words for the digestive system. So pause and see real quick if you can figure out which goes well, and we will be able to check. So here is the answers. See if which ones you got correct, which ones you need to review. Using this diagram, see if you can match up the vocabulary with the actual parts to the body. I will show the answer briefly. So pause, work a little bit, and check your answers.